Who taking a motherfucking sip this week, y'all? Who's taking a sip this week? I didn't even introduce myself, but y'all already know. Y'all already know. So guys, drum rolls please, because who is actually taking a sip this week? The glass has already been poured. The glass has already been poured. So Liverpool fans, gather round. Let's take a sip. Liverpool fans, oh yeah, come. Gather round. Let's take a sip. Woo! Hi guys, and welcome back to an episode of She Knows Ball. We are obviously now in the international break, right? But I just have to give you the drama and the low on what has happened last week. And yeah, the story of the week is Chelsea did a little something for once in their lives, other than the Club World Cup. No shade. And they actually beat Liverpool at home at Stamford Bridge 2-1. And what a hectic game that was. But yeah, shout out to Chelsea. Give it up for Chelsea, man. Because they've got Liverpool fans. Whoops. Got too excited there. They've got Liverpool fans taking a mighty sip this week, right? And so, yeah, let's talk about it. So, the first goal was scored by Caicedo. I'm not going to lie. That goal, chef's kiss, because he ate that up. Like, he ate that up. I'm not going to lie. Caicedo has been a top tier midfielder this season. Like, he has actually been brilliant for Chelsea so far. And obviously, if you watched my previous episode, you would have actually seen me say that I wasn't sure whether Chelsea could do it against Liverpool, but that I could be eating my words. Eating my words I am, because lo and behold, Chelsea come through out of nowhere and they put the paws on Liverpool, like, and rightfully so. So I'm eating my words, and so I'm gonna even take a sip for that, okay? Because I actually thought that Chelsea weren't gonna do too well without Cole Palmer. But Cole Palmer who? Caicedo is here. Caicedo is here, and he has been here. He's been going for it this season. I'm not going to lie. Like, this season, he has been really, really good. Him and Enzo has shocked me the most, I would say. Like, I haven't really rated Enzo. I'm not going to lie. Like, I don't think he's lit like that. Like, I think he's overhyped, overrated, and overpriced. But I can't lie, like, this season he's been doing a little 1-2-1-2, and yeah, he has been doing well. The combination with him and Caicedo has been top tier, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, Caicedo, he's up there. But I am gonna say, no shade and no bias, I still do prefer Declan Rice. I feel like Declan Rice just has that, I don't know, the je ne sais quoi that Caicedo doesn't really have. Like, I feel like Rice has got the minerals, right? He's good defensively. He's good creatively as well. And he does sometimes get goals, as you will see against West Ham as well. So, but we're going to come on to that. So right now, it's the talk of the town right now is Caicedo versus Rice, and who is better. For me, I'm going to go with Declan Rice. I feel like he's just more calm and collected on the ball as well. I think Caicedo is sometimes a bit too rash, but he will improve that. That's all game knowledge and whatnot, game experience. So he will come through. So yeah, Caicedo scored a whopping banger for Chelsea to make it 1-0, and I was thinking, yeah, okay, TTT, let's see. But then obviously, inevitably, Liverpool then get the equaliser, and then you're starting to think, oh shit, is Liverpool going to do this thing that they always do, where somehow they've just gone and nicked the win out of nowhere, right? But then last minute, literally, Esteval scores and then Chelsea win the game 2-1. And I think the highlight of the game for me was definitely Enzo Maresca. Like, big shout out to Enzo Maresca. Cheers to you, because when Chelsea scored, he literally left his area and ran down the pitch to the Chelsea players and celebrated with them and the fans, and then bagged a yellow card on top of all of that. Like, so I think he gets sent off now, and I don't know, that means he can't be on the pitch or touchline, whatever, for the next game. I don't know how many games it is. I think it's probably just for the next game, right? But I love to see it. I don't know about you lot, but that was the highlight for me. Just not the red card, but the essence of it all, like the pure passion. Because I don't know about you lot, but I have really hated seeing people be, what's the word I'm looking for? Media trained. It's like pundits, managers, coaches, whatever, one and the same, players. They seem very media trained and just sometimes come off as robotic. No personality, no edge, just fucking boring. And it's like, we don't want to see that shit. Listen, we want to be entertained. And so it was nice for Enzo Maresca to like show some personality, show some passion, and show what it means to him. Like, I feel like that was a really good bonding moment, because it's like, yeah, these are my players. I fuck with them. They scored. It's like I'm on the pitch. So I feel him. Big shout out to Enzo Maresca. I'm not going to lie. I feel like that definitely bonded him a lot more. So I feel like that created a better bond between him and the players, but also him and the fans. And I feel like the fans rate him a lot more as well. And it was just a nice touch to see. Like, we like to see clubs being integrated and actually enjoy being at the club. And I think that is what United is lacking. Not that I'm trying to be shady, but like it's real. Like, you need a manager that's like down for the ride, that really fucks with the club, that's like showing some passion. Like, even the players, like, you need that kind of thing. And so that will hopefully give them some momentum into their next game. But yeah, we thank Chelsea for giving Liverpool an L across the board. So now Liverpool are what? That was 3 losses in a row. What was that? Liverpool, what's going on? 3 losses in a row. All right, take a sip. In fact, take 3 sips. So yeah, Liverpool now have faced or suffered from 3 losses in a row. And now it's actually, you know, a lot of people have been questioning Liverpool's attack and stuff like that, which is funny because that wasn't a topic until now. So actually, I would say that Arsenal's attack was coming under fire a lot, especially with them buying Gyökeres and things like that. And but yeah, Arsenal's attack was getting way more criticised than Liverpool's. So obviously Liverpool have Isak, they also have Ekitike. They've spent a crazy amount. And yeah, we're not really, you know, obviously there's talks. I do genuinely think that Liverpool are just, you know, they're going through a moment where they just need to like recoup, recharge and recalibrate. It will kick in for them and it will stick at one point. Obviously Isak is still not at the level that he needs to be, given all the palaver that happened with Newcastle, but that when it does kick, I feel like they will still be dangerous. But at the moment, it's looking a little sticky for Liverpool. I'm not gonna lie. Before they were getting away with it, so they would get like last minute wins, and obviously you would say that that is stuff of champions. But recently, it's not been hitting for them as it usually does, and now they're actually being found out quite a lot. So to talk about their attack, right? let's just take a look. Because now with that loss, Arsenal are obviously now top of the league. And so whilst I was looking at the table, let's wheel it up. I was actually looking at the goal difference. And Liverpool's goal difference so far this season is 4. Arsenal's goal difference so far is 11. I'm not gonna lie. That is a massive, massive difference. Even Spurs have a goal difference of 8. Like, so how Liverpool's attack isn't coming under fire as much as how Arsenal's attack has been, it's a bit like, y'all looking a little bit funny, because that goal difference is crazy. But yeah, Liverpool losing to Chelsea now meant that, yeah, Arsenal retains their position top of the league, because obviously they played before Liverpool that day. And so yeah, Arsenal are top of the table with 16 points. Obviously only 1 point above Liverpool. And as I said, this is not to be taken as definitive. Like, we're literally only in the beginning of October. We've got a long, long, long way to go. And there's going to be a lot of ups and downs. But the fixtures are coming thick and thin, and there's no rest for the wicked, right? So Arsenal have actually got, well, Arsenal's next fixtures are Fulham, Crystal Palace, and I believe Burnley. And Liverpool's next fixtures are Man United, Brentford, and they have someone else. Brentford and Aston Villa. I'm not gonna lie, like, there's gonna be so many twists and turns in the Premier League. Like, it's definitely not all over. In fact, it's literally only just beginning. So it's gonna be, I feel like it's gonna be a really exciting season. I'm not gonna lie. So let's see who comes out on top. But yeah, Liverpool, they're looking really shaky at the moment, but they'll probably recoup during this international break and maybe recharge and go back to basics. Maybe Ekitike will know never to ever get a red card again. Well, 2 yellows, and be mindful of his actions. Which is, yeah, that was absolutely hilarious. That was actually a pivotal factor in a lot of things. Yeah, but as an Arsenal fan, I'm not complaining, and never will I complain over Liverpool L's. Woo, 3 losses in a row, that's deep still. If this was Arsenal though, I'm not gonna lie, like, everyone would have some shit to say, but anyways, let's not dwell on that too much. So still on the topic of Arsenal. Yeah, I was actually really impressed with Arsenal. I'm not gonna lie, like, Arsenal got the win against West Ham at home 2-0, and I think that was a really, really good win for the team, just because Arsenal have struggled against West Ham before, and these are the games where Arsenal would have previously dropped points, and now they are starting to pick them up, right? And I actually read a stat somewhere that said that Arsenal have already accumulated 5 points, like a points tally of 5, where in previous seasons they would have lost those points. So what the statistic showed actually was that in previous games where Arsenal dropped points, now they've actually picked them up. So obviously Newcastle and West Ham. And I think that that's a good sign, and hopefully Arsenal can keep going on that trajectory. But yeah, it was a really, really good game. Again, another clean sheet in the bag for the defenders. And this is what I was saying, like, yo, Arteta, you need to let the attack, because our defense is solid. Like, let the defenders defend and let the attackers attack. Like, you don't need the whole team to defend, because our back four is very, very, very hard to penetrate. And I just, yeah, I can't lie. I really do hope that Arsenal win something this season, whether that's the Premier League or the Champions League, simply because I feel like our back four, especially Saliba and Gabriel really deserve it. Like, I have not seen a better partnership than them two in a very, very long time. And I feel like they definitely deserve it, man. So, Arsenal, if you're watching this, please just try and win something so you can actually gift back the defence and gift our attack. Like, I feel like it's well and truly deserved, I'm not gonna lie. And it's nice to even hear that Saliba has actually signed a new deal at Arsenal, which is good because there were rumours, I mentioned this in another episode, that there were rumours that Saliba was potentially gonna move to Real Madrid, and that's why we got Mascara in. But it's nice to see that he has signed a new deal. Obviously, that doesn't eradicate the fact that he could leave, because I'm sure in his contract there's probably some little wriggle room and clauses that can allow him to get out of a contract if need be. But it does solidify his stance and his future prospects being at Arsenal Football Club. So yeah, that was really, really good to hear. But yeah, the first goal was scored by Declan Rice, and I'm really, really happy for him in that sense, because I feel like Declan Rice has had difficult games against his former club, and obviously that is quite natural because there's a lot of history there, a lot of emotion. And so he probably, you know, just wasn't always up to it. And I feel like the West Ham fans were always getting onto him in some sense, and it probably just threw him off his game. So it was nice to see Declan get a very, very lovely goal against his former club. He didn't celebrate, but I feel like he should have celebrated. I mean, you're at home. It's been a few seasons now. You can enjoy. I know you don't want to rub up your old club the wrong way, but if he was away and he was at West Ham Stadium, then yeah, okay, I would probably get it. But I feel like, you know, you can celebrate, Declan. Like, you are an Arsenal player. I get it, but I feel like a little celebration was warranted. Don't worry, you're not disrespecting anyone. Trust me. Take a sip, Declan, and loosen up a little bit. But yeah, then Arsenal go on to get a penalty, right? And there was some little discourse between Saka and Gyökeres, or in general amongst the team, about who was gonna take the penalty, right? And don't get me wrong, I do get Gyökeres. Like, he's the number 9. I already mentioned this in another episode. He's got stats to run up. He's got goals to run up. Like, he needs to meet his you know, his goal, and he needs to achieve his objective or what he was brought in for. And that's, to be fair, that's every club's dream. We need a striker that's on it. Nope, someone that's not going to shy away from shit. Do you know what I mean? So I completely understand why he wanted to take it. But at the same time, I feel like, I'll be real, this is Saka's club. This is Bukayo Saka's club. So if Bukayo wants to take it, I mean, listen, you gotta join the queue, Gyökeres. But I don't know, they do need to sort that out amongst themselves properly. But I will say why I backed Saka to take the pen is because I feel like it has a much deeper meaning. And that's because a few seasons ago, obviously, when Arsenal were in the title race, it was literally the final, you know, the last few matches, it was Arsenal were neck and neck. And it was literally like, who's going to win the title? And Arsenal had West Ham. And as you remember, Arsenal got a penalty. And had Arsenal actually won, you know, that game, it could have been different. And you never know, Arsenal actually could have won the Premier League. So obviously, during that game, Arsenal got a penalty and it was Saka to take it, and Saka missed, and the whole game changed and we lost the Premier League, right? And so I think there was some, like, there was something in the back of his mind that just said, I've got to take this pen and I've got to, like, rectify what I had done in the past. And yeah, that was Saka's redemption moment. So I think that's why he probably wanted to take the penalty, I'm not gonna lie. And I don't really blame him for it. But in future, they do need to sort out who's gonna be, like, taking penalties going forward, and, you know, try to just alleviate the back and forth that goes on the pitch. Like, you want to look more cohesive in that sense. So that's my word of advice there. But yeah, it was a really good game. I'm not gonna lie. I quite enjoyed it. And yeah, as I've said many times before, there's been rare occasions where I felt kind of worried in games. I'm very trusting of our defense. And like, usually watching games as an Arsenal fan is pretty enjoyable for me. Like, I'm pretty chilled. I'll have my glass of wine, like I'll have my foot up, my blanket, and just, yeah, pretty much chilled. But that just speaks to, you know, the volume of what Arteta has achieved and what Arsenal has achieved. And what is this talk about Arsenal moving into Wembley for a bit? Can you stop? Go and win something. Honestly, you're talking about expanding this, expanding that. Can you just focus on your trophy? Like, what are you actually doing? Stop. Like, you went from Highbury to Emirates. Sorry, like, you actually went from Highbury to Emirates. You used all of that money to go to Emirates so that you could become a bigger club and win bigger things. And you haven't really done that at Emirates. And already you're trying to expand the stadium and trying to do X, Y, and Z. No. You need to focus. So the developers who are developing that, the architectures, you need to take a sip and put a pause on that button. Because I don't know what the fuck going on in that sense, but they need to run that shit back, Turbo. But yeah, a lot of people are actually still giving Gyökeres stick. Like, they're not really rating Gyökeres, you know. I think I've mentioned this before, like, I don't really have much to complain about. Like, I mean, the only complaint I can say is that Gyökeres hasn't scored in big games. But if you actually watch closely, Gyökeres is double marked a lot of the times, which is nice because that actually alleviates some of the pressure from Saka or Eze, for instance. But so far, 7 games have been played. And out of those 7 games, Gyökeres has 3 goals. Statistically, that's not that bad. Obviously, I'm a stats person, but obviously you need to know when to put the stats down. Don't get me wrong. I'm not those people that are blinded by stats. It's like, I know what I see, I know what I watch kind of thing. But statistically, 3 out of 7 is not that bad. I feel like there are some instances he could have done better. Like West Ham game, I don't think he had the greatest of games. But I feel like patience in it. It's a completely different league, different pace, different style, and I feel like come December, then maybe, you know, there could be conversations but it's like, I don't really know, like, the guy scored, like, 3 out of 7. I mean, if he completely just derails and just goes, then, yeah, I get it, then conversations will need to be had. But at this moment in time, I don't really know what I can complain about. Like, Arsenal's, like, how are you getting on to Gyökeres when our goal difference is literally 11 and Liverpool's is 4? I think if I was a Liverpool fan, then maybe, yeah, I'll start talking about, and you don't even see Liverpool fans getting on to Ekitike or Isak, and their goal difference is 4. So why are you getting on to Gyökeres? Like, I don't know. I just feel like Arsenal fans are never really satisfied in it. They just love to complain about something. So, yeah, we will actually see on that. I mean, he is a bit... But, yeah, I feel like he'll improve over time. We're literally only in October. So, we'll actually have to see on that. But, yeah, not too many complaints for me so far. And sometimes I feel like Arsenal is a very team effort. So it's like, yes, Gyökeres will be there at the right... yes, he'll be there at the right time. But have you seen... I should definitely get the clip to show you. But there was a clip that was going viral on Twitter where obviously they outlined that Arsenal players still don't really know how to pass to Gyökeres. Like, there was one ball that Odegaard could have played so easily to Gyökeres. Like, Gyökeres made the run bare times. Like, there were so many instances where Gyökeres made the run and Odegaard didn't pass him the ball. And it's like, so how can you put the blame on Gyökeres when the guy doesn't even get the ball half the time? They're still learning Gyökeres' runs. Like, it's going to take time. And you can just tell people are just, I don't know, it's either they don't watch ball or they're just very impatient. I think probably more impatient and more reactionary, I would say. But yeah, anyways, Arsenal are top of the league, and yeah, that has obviously been great to see. As I've already said, we're only in October, so yeah, take a sip and relax, because it's all to play for at this point. There's so many games. But yeah, on other news, Man United beat Sunderland, which was good because Sunderland aren't an easy team. Yes, they've obviously come from the Championship, but they've actually got a very good record this season. Like, if I was to go on their thing, I don't even know if I can run it up right now. But okay, so I can't see all of their match weeks, but yeah, look, from match week 3, they won, drew, then drew again, then won again, and then obviously then they lost to United. Like, they don't have a bad, like, team. Like, they're good at drawing, they're good at winning when they need to, like, so yeah, shout out Man United. Sunderland isn't an easy game. Arsenal even have Sunderland coming up, and hopefully we can get the win on that as well. But yeah, that's good. But it's so funny because I've actually just seen a notification that said that Sir Jimmy Ratcliffe, what did this guy say? He's actually hilarious. Yeah, so Sir Jim Ratcliffe says he wants to give Ruben Amorim 3 years to prove himself. Crikey. 3 years, child. I'll be real. I thought they were going to give Amorim till December, like before January and stuff. And so it's like, I don't know, United fans, you take the lead on this one. What do you actually think? Because do you feel like, you know, they're kind of just sugarcoating it and they're just trying to like take the pressure off of him a little bit, but deep down they know that they're only giving him until, let's say, December or January to, like, you know, make effective changes, start to actually, you know, get some points on the board and stop losing in horrific ways, like against Grimsby and stuff like that. I think personally they're probably just trying to sugarcoat it, and they're going to wait till December, January to make their decision. Because 3 years, I don't know. I can't see how Man United give 3 years for that. Like, I mean, I'm all for it as an Arsenal fan. I wouldn't be mad at it because it's like, it's not my club, damn. But it's like, I don't know. I thought that they would have more ambition in the sense, but I also do understand where Man United are coming from in the sense where they're actually trying to build something and back their manager, right? Because they have done the thing where they get a manager, sack him when it's not going right, get a new manager, sack him when it's not going right, then get a new manager. They've done that already. So at some point they've got to try something different, which I genuinely hear that. I'm not going to lie. So yeah, let's see what United do with that. That topic is even so redundant at this point, I feel like, because it's like, girl, gosh. It's so redundant. It's like, United, I don't know. Do whatever you want to do at this point. I am mad at it. But anyways, in other news, word has come out that Bournemouth are prepared to sell Semenyo in the January transfer window for a very large amount. And apparently there are numerous top clubs interested, like Arsenal, Chelsea, Man United. I'm not going to lie, I would love to see Semenyo at Arsenal, of course. No bias, no shade. But it's like, I feel like his style of play really, really suits Arsenal. And so I feel like it will be good to see Semenyo at the Emirates, and you know, I feel like he will be a good addition to the team. You know, our team is very black at the moment. Our team is very, very black at the moment. And I mean, let's add another black man to the team, why don't we? Make Arsenal black again. Make Arsenal black again. Well, they're already black, to be fair, but you know what I mean. So, yeah, I can't lie. Semenyo has been shockingly good this season. Like, he was good last season, but this season he's taken it to another level. FPL owners, they know, because we've been eating off of Semenyo since like game week 2 or 3, which is crazy. He's actually really, really cold, I'm not gonna lie. It's nice to see him get his props. And shout out to his beautiful black girlfriend. I think her name is Jordine. I follow her on Instagram. She's just so beautiful. She just, you know, radiates soft life, gentleness, bougie, calm, black love, black excellence, sexiness, classiness. Like, so shout out Semenyo's girlfriend. And we love to see black footballers being with black beautiful women. So yeah, 10s across the board for Semenyo, 10s across the board for him. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, it's been a really good football week, I'm not gonna lie. Chelsea have, they've done their thing. Big up Chelsea this week, I'm not gonna lie. This episode is probably dedicated to you. Actually, no. It's dedicated to the fact that Arsenal are top of the league. Okay, clack it. Yeah, so I'm gonna make it a short and sweet episode. I'm not gonna get into FPL. I'll probably leave that for my TikTok. So if you don't follow me on there, follow me now. It is KAIBODY _ and that is Kai Body. And that's because obviously with the international break, you never really know what's gonna happen. Like players randomly get injured and shit like that, and then it's like, oh, all the people that you advised to transfer a certain someone in, they end up not even being available. So it's just like, okay, let's just leave it for when we get closer to the time, innit? So I will leave my FPL shouts for TikTok and Instagram, so make sure you follow me there. But yeah, Arsenal are top of the league and it feels good, I'm not gonna lie. So hopefully Arsenal can maintain this and keep going, keep picking up the points against teams that were difficult. So that's like Fulham. So make sure you got your head in the game for that Fulham game, because it's going to be not an easy game at all. So yeah, really, really looking forward to that game. I'm not going to lie, I'm intrigued to see what's going to happen. So yeah, cheers to Arsenal being top of the league, and hopefully this will be our position for a very long time and all the way until the end of the season. So have a good, well, international break, and I'll see you guys once it's done. All right, cheers.